Why do we sleep and dream? What happens when we go to sleep? These questions have fascinated people over the centuries, especially as we spend 1/3 of our lives asleep. Until the 1950s, researchers used to think that sleep was just a time when the brain is less active than when we're awake, important only for restoring bodily functions like muscle growth, tissue repair, and protein synthesis. However, developments in technology enabled us to record the sleeping brain, and these showed that sleep is not a state of coma, but in fact periods of regular cycles of activity. Quiet sleep comes first. This is when the body's physiological systems rest and electrical activity in the brain slows down. However, after about an hour and a half, sleep becomes more active. Brain activity increases and the eyes start moving rapidly behind closed lids, a phenomenon known as rapid eye movement or REM. During this REM phase of sleep, the mind produces the hallucinations that we call dreams. The typical 8 hours of sleep consists of several cycles of non-REM and REM sleep. REM is a phase of sleep that is very different to the other sleep stages. There is a powerful neural activity in the brain during dreaming, and in fact the activity of the brain is very similar to when we are awake. Yet most muscles are paralyzed, while heart rate, breathing, and body temperature changes. Sleep and dreaming are an important component of memory and learning. We know, for example, that when people are learning new things or studying for an exam, REM sleep increases. This shows that sleep is important for learning new information and integrating it into our memory. It's thought that both non-REM and REM sleep play important roles in this. Non-REM sleep activates the same brain circuits that were active during learning, and REM sleep integrates the new learning with what we already know and have stored in our long-term memory. On the other hand, when people don't have enough REM sleep, they tend to perform poorer on memory and learning tasks. A new area of research is the role of sleep and dreaming in the processing of emotions. Dreaming has been thought to play an important role for our emotional well-being for a long time. Research has shown that up to 90% of people with depression have sleep problems, and many modern-day psychotherapists still work with the dreams of their clients. Dreams are often guided by emotions and help us solve problems. We tend to dream about the things that are emotionally important to us. We can put together different pieces of information so that when something stressful or worrying has happened, dreaming makes connections with other events and memories that we wouldn't necessarily make in our waking lives, and the story becomes less emotionally charged. Dreaming helps to shift the emotional component of a dream story from being negative in the first hours of sleep to positive in the later hours, from anxiety or happiness to pleasure or joy. And this is a healthy process. It seems that one of the worst things that can happen to us is to stop dreaming, as then the emotional centers of our brain tend to overreact to stressful or negative experiences in our lives, and we find it harder to resolve our negative emotions. Losing sleep then interferes with the regulation of emotions, particularly the next day, as negative emotions attached to new experiences are more likely to persist. And this also makes the recall of any new positive experience more difficult, and we can wake up feeling grumpy. So, through sleep and dreaming, our mind continues to work behind the scenes in a way that helps influence our thoughts and our emotions when we're awake.